Abraham Lincoln, a la Shmoop. Wonder how long he had to pose for the penny.
Only 4 hours.
You've probably heard people say that Abraham Lincoln is the greatest president in U.S. history. Lincoln freed many slaves, saved the Union, and could leap higher than the tallest building. Actually, that last one might have been Clark Kent.
Can I be super president?
But at least Lincoln had a superhero-style nickname, Honest Abe. And his likeness stares down at us from up on high on Mount Rushmore, as if he were a god surveying a universe of mere mortals. Lincoln was a great president, sure, but he was also a human being who hoped, despaired, loved, and bled just like the rest of us. Sometimes when we study great historical figures, it's easy to forget that they were also just people, with weaknesses and worries like we have right now.
Did I leave the stove on?
As that Shakespeare fellow once said, "Be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them." Before Lincoln became president, he suffered from bouts of extreme depression. When he was suicidal, his friends would actually lock him in a near-empty room for days so he couldn't hurt himself. They didn't have psychiatric medication or any real treatment for depression in those days. As a result, Lincoln struggled with mental illness his entire life. However, despite his lifelong struggles, Lincoln was intelligent, kind, brave, and a great president. We elected him to lead our country during its most difficult times. Doesn't it seem unlikely that somebody with serious mental illness in his or her past would be elected president nowadays? We research virtually every issue in a politician's past, and it seems like nobody who went through much more adversity makes the cut anymore. You think Abraham Lincoln could ever get elected today?
Yeah.
If not, does that mean our system is too hypercritical of those who run for public office? That we analyze to death small events in otherwise great lives, blowing up those small events to mean more than they should?
Right on.
What should we be willing to look past and forgive?
Zebras don't change their spots.
And what is truly a red flag?
I've never heard of a Watergate.
Shmoop amongst yourselves. Let us know what you think.
Haru! Nixon's back!